So you've been in a car accident. What are some things that you should definitely do right after a car accident? And what are some things that you shouldn't do? Stick around and find out. So I don't know about your town, but Nashville has exploded over the past few years. There have been so many people that have moved here, which also means so many more cars on the road, which means so many more car accidents. So here are a list of the top 10 things that you should do after a car accident. Number one, never, ever, 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 ever drive away from the scene of a car accident. Stop, call the police, and make sure you stay there until the police let you know that it is safe to leave the scene of the accident. Number two, I briefly said it earlier, call the police. You need a police report anytime you've been involved in that car accident, and that report may be later requested by an insurance company, an attorney, or the treating physician. So the third thing that you should do after a car accident, once you have established that there's no life-threatening injuries, that's when you want to take the proper time to exchange information with the other driver. Now that can include driver's license, take a picture, the other person's license plate number, take a picture, as well as anybody else that was in your car or the other person's car. Exchange all that information because that's going to be really important down the road. Number four, so it's very common to experience shock immediately after a car accident, especially if this is the first time you've been in a car accident or if the impact itself was pretty severe. Now, if you find yourself in that position, do your best to try to chill out. Try to calm down, collect yourself, and if you need to, start to write down details about everything with the accident. And if you've got your phone, put those in your notes, send an email or a text to yourself, somehow record all those details. Number five, if you feel like you need immediate medical attention, go ahead and let that 911 operator know that you need an ambulance while you're waiting on the police officer to get there. If you're not sure and then the police officer gets there, feel free to let them know and they will call that in. An ambulance will come and you can get a ride to the emergency room where they can do an initial evaluation on you. Now, this is also part of getting in a car accident that can be kind of tricky because it's also very common to not feel much pain immediately after the accident, and those symptoms, those signs and symptoms of neck pain, back pain, headaches, whatever the case may be, may not even show up for a few hours, a few days, sometimes even a few weeks after the car accident. So just because you don't feel any pain or injuries right away doesn't mean that your body didn't sustain those injuries. And that also leads me to another caveat of car accidents and all this stuff is you're going to be asked by the police officer, you're going to be asked if paramedics get there first, are you hurt? And one of the things that insurance companies like to use against you is if you say, no, I'm not hurt, I feel fine, I feel great, that's going to be documented. And then sometimes these insurance companies, especially these insurance adjusters, will pull that up and they'll try to use that against you, saying, oh, well, it looks like here you said immediately after the car accident you weren't hurt, so why should we pay for any of your care? Just be careful of what you say after a car accident. And if you feel like you need that immediate attention, get that immediate attention. Number six, pictures, 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 pictures. Take out your phone and take pictures of everything. The other person's driver's license, the other person's insurance information, their license plate, the damage to their vehicle, the damage to your vehicle. Get on the ground if you're not too hurt. Get on the ground, look underneath the vehicles, take pictures of any possible damage underneath the vehicles, anything that you may not just see with the naked eye right away. You cannot take enough pictures after you've been involved in a car accident. Number seven, when the dust has settled and everything's kind of calmed down, maybe once you've gotten home, you need to let your insurance company know immediately that you've been involved in a car accident and be very specific with the details of the accident with your car insurance. Don't exaggerate, don't make anything up, don't lie, obviously, but let them know exactly what happened, answer all their questions, and go from there as far as letting them determine if it's going to be your own insurance or the other person's insurance or whoever's going to be liable. But you need to let your insurance company know right away. Number eight on our list is to seek care immediately. I'm not talking about the care that you might have gotten at the emergency room. I'm talking about the next day, a few days later, whatever the case may be. You need to get checked out immediately by somebody, a doctor that specializes in car accident care. What you're going to find out is that may be a challenge depending upon the area that you live in, because most primary care facilities, most urgent cares, a lot of chiropractors and PTs will not accept car accident patients. You let them know up front that you've been in a car accident, they're not going to treat you because they don't want to fool with it. They don't want to fool with the hassle, and they don't really know the ins and outs of how to do it properly. That's why I highly encourage you to do a little bit of research, a little bit of homework before you make an appointment to go see somebody. Make sure, number one, that they treat patients that have been in car accidents. But number two, dive deep and see if they've got some good reviews on their car accident care and see if they really know what they're doing. If you live anywhere in the Middle Tennessee area, give Nashville Neck and Back a call. I've been specializing in car accident care for the past 10 years, and that's something that we do a lot of here. So, again, call our office if you're near me. If you're not near me, make sure you go to somebody that knows exactly what they're doing when it comes to car accidents. Number 9 on our list is to protect yourself. And what I mean by that is you should only be discussing the details of the accident and your claim with the police officer that showed up on the scene, any physicians that are treating you for your injuries, your attorney if you decided to hire an attorney, or the adjuster for your insurance company. Anybody else, it's none of their business, and you need to be really careful about who you discuss and what you say and who you're talking to. Furthermore, whether it's your insurance company that's going to be taking care of the bills or it's somebody else's insurance company, make sure you don't sign anything that you're not comfortable signing. And if you have an attorney, I wouldn't sign anything, period. I would direct everything to that attorney for them to review and follow their advice before you sign anything. Unfortunately, I've seen a few examples where patients didn't know any better and they signed away an agreement to a settlement that was far below what their case should have received. So just be careful out there, protect yourself, be careful what you say, and be careful of who you're talking to. Number 10 on our list is to find a personal injury attorney if you feel like your case needs an attorney to handle. Not every case does. Some of these accidents are pretty black and white, cut and dry. This is liable. This is the damages. This is how it's going to get. Sometimes that's the case. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes these things can get messy. Sometimes the injuries are pretty severe. The damage is pretty severe. And you may have to be off work for long periods of time. If those are the types of things that you're dealing with, or you don't want to fool with the insurance company at all, it may be in your best interest to use a personal injury attorney. I always advise patients, if they have a trusted attorney or if they get a good recommendation, a lot of the good personal injury attorneys will listen to your story over the phone, or you can maybe even meet them face to face. They'll review certain aspects of the accident and they'll let you know up front, hey, you can probably handle this on your own. You really don't need an attorney. Or, yeah, it would be in your best interest to hire an attorney, whether you hire us or not. So, number 10, look into, don't just write off the attorney if you're not interested, but really make sure that you're making the right decision to use or not to use an injury attorney. So that's it, guys. The top 10 list of things to do after you've been involved in a car accident. I'm going to post 2 extra videos right here and right here that answer a lot of questions about stuff that happens after a car accident. So if you want to check those out, they'll be right there. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll talk to you again soon.